you can't think in a sumo match because it's so fast. The average sumo match is like 5 seconds. So when you're going that fast, you can't think of techniques. Do I pull here? Your body's on autopilot. So we'll have to slow things down to target what we want to learn. You don't touch the ground, you don't step out, you get a rope, you get a baseball field, you get grass, you go out in your backyard, draw a circle, have 2 people try to push each other out. And that's sumo. The goal is not damage. You're not trying to damage your opponent, you're trying to beat your opponent. Your foot steps out, you lose. That initial entry can really just hook people. My name is Jared Falk. I am the co-founder of Raijin Sumo of Raleigh, North Carolina. I graduated NC State in 2022. I first learned about sumo during COVID. So I was actually at university at the time, and we went home for spring break, March of 2020. So I spent a lot of time watching YouTube. I get a suggested sumo video, and from there I'm just kind of blown away. I had no context of sumo. To no surprise, there was no one else in North Carolina that had already started a club because there was no sumo available. I looked. I ordered one of these from Mawashi because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna order one. I posted to the Raleigh subreddit. I go to NC State. Anybody want to sumo wrestle? 2 or 3 months go by, and then I get a message from this guy named Eric. Yo! I just came back from a sumo tournament in California. I live in Wilmington. We should meet up. Next semester, moved back to Raleigh. It was just me and him for a while, and then 2 became 3, 3 became 4, and we started getting a regular group going. I was a current student at NC State, so I figured, hey, we have a huge field, Miller Field, that we can just use. So we bring a hose to Miller Field, we'd stake it into the ground. It was entirely too small of a circle, and we would wrestle on Miller Field. Every week, we'd meet once a week, and sometimes we'd meet 3 or 4 times a week. And that was our foundations, was on NC State. Because at the college campus, you get a lot of foot traffic. So many times there'd just be people walking by and be like, what are you doing? And we're like, we're sumo wrestling. And then the next question normally is, can I try it? We have a couple of NC State alumni currently in the club, some long-standing members. Any given time, there's generally a season of 20 people who are consistent. In sumo, because it's not a widespread sport in America, there's no coach. We don't have senseis like you do in karate or judo or something like that to teach you. It's all grassroots, let's learn together. How do you actually train this to get better? And in the very early days, we didn't really know how to do that, so we would just smash into each other a lot. Now we've transitioned much more to a long-term approach to how do we get better safely, so we're all growing together. And it doesn't matter if I beat a beginner, right, my training partner 1,000 times. I want my training partner to become better so that I can become better, because I'm only ever going to be as good as my training partners in my club. So because we're coming from the ground up, everyone has to teach each other. We've been very fortunate, and we have great athletes who competed, won nationals, have gone on to the world stage in Poland and also in Japan, and have beaten some high-level athletes like from Ukraine, from Japan even. We haven't medaled yet, but that's one of our goals. The United States has not medaled, men's have not medaled in, 15 years or something. So there's a big drought that we're trying to build up athletes to fill. In sumo, the reason why there's so much respect is because I'm only ever going to be as good as the person I'm fighting, right? If the person I'm fighting never gets better, I will never get better. So it's an opposing force that's completely opposite to me, and it's sharpening me, essentially. And I'm sharpening them. And I think that's the core of sumo, is that I have to respect you and you have to respect me, because together we're actually making each other better.